Hey everybody, welcome to Druid's Table. I'm Dan.
I'm Jacob. This is Larry, and you're about to witness two nerdy friends talk about organic towns.
But before we do, clink and drink. All right, Jacob, you've already told me a lot, but it's been a kind of blah. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited to focus in on.
I do that when I get excited. So first of all, this product by Headless Hydra Press is called Organic Towns.
And link in the description for Headless Hydra Press. Check them out, support them if you can. This has
Awesome
been
product.
Really great talking with one of the
Shane, yeah.
Shane, yes.
Yeah, over at Headless Hydra Press.
Thank you for letting us do this, Shane.
Yeah. So first of all, this product is fantastic because gives you the ability to turn towns, even in a pre-made setting or in towns that you're building, however it is, any settlement, not just towns, but into organic living with situations and NPCs. You know, the buildings come alive, they have a life, they're upgrading, they're growing. So this product, it's not even that thick, but it comes with some really interesting information in there. You know, there's tables for each type of building. There's over 100 types of buildings in here that have different levels and tiers as they're able to grow. And you're able to just, as they're upgrading, as the population's growing, which is also mechanics for population growth. It's kind of cool.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Yeah. You know, so it literally, as your players are in these towns or in these areas and it's growing around them and events are happening and there's construction, of the tavern. Well, why is it shut for the next 2 weeks? Well, it's under construction, but that's kind of cool because that's a real thing,
And you were showing me a lot of the charts. So a lot of it is dice rolling on charts. Is there actual progressive steps? Because with the towns growing, is that something you roll for?
Yeah, there's a whole rolling mechanic for that.
Okay.
It's called population growth. How simple is that, right? So it's like
We've done a little of that.
Every 30 days you roll on a population growth, and it's by percentage, and it's not as complicated as I'm making it sound. It's actually very simply set, And what's really cool is you can use the system agnostically.
Oh yes, right.
So they have some basic rules for your common RPGs like Pathfinder 1st edition, 2nd edition, and D&D 5th edition, which is nice. But it is system agnostic, so you can use it in any system that you running and playing in. You take your town pre-made, you just use this and flesh it out, or you build your own town with it, and it's all there. There's crime rolls, there's morale rolls, and then there's building event rolls. That's cool. Which is really cool. If we open up to one of these buildings, well, the first one I opened up to is stable. There's 3 levels of stables. There's a prerequisite to building it because you need a workshop if you're going to have a stable because you got to build the horseshoes and the tools. So it makes sense, And then there's a benefit to having it because they use these things called settlement points.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you were mentioning that to me.
Yeah. So your town earn settlement points based on population, based on what are the resources nearby, and so you don't have to track all the resources. They're very basic. They're like rock, stone, lumber, and iron. If I remember, metal. Sorry,
okay,
stone, iron, and metal.
Yeah,
and there's different ways to upgrade and lower that per your town, and then you're able to upgrade and do stuff. And then there's event tables. So if you're at a level 1 stable in your town, you would roll a D6. I mean, and just pick one of those real quick and tell me.
4. Rumor has it that a noble was having an affair with a stable hand. Classic. And then you get to roll a D4. So you're rolling a D6 for that. Yeah. And then you roll a D4 to decide. We'll go with 4 again. They plan to run away together.
Right. So, boom, there's a rumor, event, a situation. Maybe your players are like, why are they taking off? What's going on? Why is the stable shut down?
Right. Well, and what's interesting to me, too, is it would seem, correct me if I'm wrong, but that a lot you don't necessarily have to do all that's in this. Like, you could just have these event things, especially for the pre-made modules.
Yeah.
That you could just, if you need some inspiration or you're doing a sandbox style game.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of using this product is that you can use it as deep as you want to or as simple as you want to. The tables alone in there help just create that life atmosphere inside your town. Hey, they make it organic. Who would have thought?
Nice. You got it.
Yeah.
have you done stuff with building a town? Because it seems like you could also have it as a thing where the party is building a town too.
Absolutely. Actually, now that you bring that up,
yeah.
I have a game on Monday night that I've been running that we use this as part of the game. And some of them, it's 11 players right now.
I don't know how he does it.
Some of them are very invested in this, and they use these rules alongside to help upgrade things, to help create the challenges, and they also can buy the buildings. And
my daughter's here, and we're back because I forgot to lock the door to the studio, and my daughter walked in needing a snack. Anyway,
how organic!
That's good. So, take a good drink to that.
Yeah, yes.
Cheers. All right. Anyways, your massive party of 11 players are building a town.
So a couple of them have really become invested in this town, and they've actually taken onto this, have taken over building. And there's rules in here about your players running a building and what they can earn from that and what it does for the town. Which is cool, though, because it also has the events that created for within their building, because they're going to hire workers typically.
Right.
Boom. There's events that could happen within their workers.
Man, so you could really have a whole game around this. You really too. Just that, and like a sandbox style of these events popping up.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a lot of fun, because it'd be heavy role play, but that would be a ton of fun. I mean,
yeah. If you're West Marches style games too, I assume.
Yeah. That would work really
helpful.
Wow. I'm sorry, you're just making me think about that. That's great. So you as the viewer, if you guys have any towns that you want done with organic towns, such as Phandalin or even Neverwinter, that take some time, reach out to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or if you've done it, share them, because I would love to hear what you've done. Comment
below, especially if you've used organic towns, comment below what you've built. We would love to hear it.
Yeah. So what's cool, and I've kind of talked about it a little bit, is there's a bunch of different ways to use this. They even list out inside their book 3 different options where you can build it from the ground up, your town.
Okay.
Or you just scrap most of the extra stuff, like population growth and stuff like that, and just use it for the buildings, kind of like we've talked about.
Yes.
Then there's the reverse build, and that's where you look at a town and you build it backwards.
Oh, interesting.
And that way, so you can get a better view of like what the town is doing, and it's so you don't have to flesh out every detail. Because if you know your players aren't going to go visit the bathhouse, maybe your players just don't like baths. They're stinky players. Just leave it alone. So that way you can avoid pick and choose which ones you actually want to flesh out.
Right. And would that reverse build, would that be ideal for something like in the pre-made modules like Phandalin? You already have the whole town, but you want to know how it got there?
Yeah. It's more of just like giving life, like just pick a building, give it life.
Okay. Interesting.
You know what I mean? Because in here, there's like regular houses.
Yeah.
That's funny. When you're building it from ground up, it's kind of fun.
Yes.
But it might be a little overwhelming if you're looking at Neverwinter.
Right.
Or Absalom.
Right.
That's a lot to build onto. So
the nice thing I'm thinking about this too is that because it's so you can pick and choose what you need to use from it, that allows you to do it on the fly. Really simple.
It's not bad. I mean, they do have a GM screen with some of the information in it too.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know what I mean? So if you are at the table, boom, you got it roll. I mean, if you're online, you have digital assets. So which are really nice too. So they have the PDFs and stuff, and they have the GM screen digitally. So,
oh wow,
so
that's awesome.
For the GM side, this is a wonderful product. It is fun to be like, oh, they're visiting a tavern. Let's open the tavern and create an event that's happening right there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that way you don't have to use the whole book, but that product alone allows that tavern to be organic. You know what I mean? Not just the whole town.
That's so cool. I love that. And just having prompts, having those little prompts, I'm sure all the GMs out there know, having those little prompts just to get your brain going is all you might need.
Right.
That's really awesome. And I have to shout out again, too, that it's not a dominating book. It's not... I'm amazed you got all that in there, and it's really because probably the tables and the organization.
Yeah,
the art's great.
I love that. This is a limited edition one, but the art is wonderful. I mean, it's really cool because they even have
they got ships in there.
Yeah,
too,
the trade actions, because if you build you can build dry docks and build ships for your time. I mean, you can get that deep into it.
Yes.
Or not, that's the beauty of it, because it's still worth something if you're not using the whole thing.
No matter what you're using it for. Yeah.
And that's what I love about it. And so for the settlement points, they have the conversion cost, which is nice for each system. That's common.
Nice.
And so it's not that hard to do. There's also guild and faction building stuff.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. That I really like.
Right, because how many times do you're like on the fly and somebody's like, well, is there a thieves guild there? And you're like, well, let's yes. You roll some quick dice, but
or clicky click on Control F on the PDF, right?
Yes, exactly. And then one of the last things I want to bring up too is that they also include governmental types.
Oh, cool.
Or leader types.
Yep.
Both give a slight benefit to the town, whether it's protection, trade, because there's a whole trade mechanic in here too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or maybe, if you're running a commander, they're able to be strict, so you have less, higher military discipline and less crime. I mean, there's just like little things here in here, and then the crime table is fun. I mean, who doesn't love to show up in a town and there's continuous burglaries, yep, thefts happening, so
that's really cool.
That's the life of this, giving life to your settlements.
Yes.
Called Organic Towns.
Organic Towns.
By
Give them a
Headless
show again.
Hydra Press. It is a pretty cool book.
It really is.
Great people over there. I mean, Shane is always responsive, so check it out. And if you get a chance and you want us to build you something of an organic town, send us your information and I'll play around with it.
Absolutely. Comment below what you've built before too. I was thinking something else too I don't know. My mind's gone. This is just really inspiring.
Yeah.
Because you can just utilize it for anything.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
I think that's it.
So that's this product that I'm excited about.
Beautiful.
Organic Towns.
Organic Towns. Thank you, Headless Hydra Games, Headless Hydra Press, for letting us check this out. We will definitely be utilizing this. Comment below again what you have done with these before. Nothing better than RPG stories.
Yeah.
And try it out for yourself. Link in the description for Headless Hydra Press and the Organic Towns book and rule set. And I think this has been another fantastical episode of Druid's Table.
As it is.
Clink and drink. Hey everybody, click here to subscribe to the Avenue Studios channel, and don't forget to check us out on Rumble and anywhere you find podcasts.
Also, click here to check out our latest episodes of AfterQuest.
AfterQuest! Clink and drink.
Clink and drink.